Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Except the... I wonder what would happen if I just played the game like this. Yeah, for those who don't know, you can just turn off a character. Don't mind me. Yeah, I'm secretly playing as Maverick here. See? He's in the middle of the screen, it's got to count, right? Yep, the champion of Azeroth was the friends we made along the way. You want to join in, Kira White Noise? Using the outfit from Nurabar. Okay. I suppose I should at least show my character. Behold the ugliness. Alright, let's do it. So, I swear there's a quest that goes in here. But I don't remember what. I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever, let's poke our head in. There, yeah, I was just saying, I feel like there's a quest chain that goes in here. It was just bouncing around in the back of my brain. Oh, right. You're right. Yep, okay. So, yeah, we will actually save that. My bad. I don't think anything goes through the Academy? I don't remember anything going through the Academy. Someone jump on me if I'm wrong there. Dramatic pause. Everyone in chat's like, I must tell him how worthless and dumb he is. It's okay, guys. I already know. Yeah, I was going to do the plaza, too. I guess we could do the plaza first, but we're already right here, so it is whatever. Let's see, how far up can we go? Looks like 5. Sure, let's do a 5. The arcane tome, clearly agitated, needs to be investigated. Okay, let's investigate. Wait, what? Why can't you join? Hold up. Why can't you join? You're 80. Okay. No, I can roll with that. Hang on, everyone out. It's okay. Delves are experienced too. Come on out. Switch back to Rosebank. You gotta tell me you're not on a 90. you gotta inform me, because I don't know these things. And you're probably thinking, why, Lord? So, you see my add-on in the upper left there that shows all your party? That used to be able to show levels, and kind of doesn't anymore. This isn't actually Z-Pearls anymore. It's T-Pearl, which is yet another variant of that. No, we can. We can run a tier that is Double Aid, which I believe is tier 3. Well, see, the weird thing is I double-checked, Mr. Red. I double-checked when I set up the thing, and it was like, everyone has access to tier 5. So I sort of assumed that it was fine. Apparently it didn't account for levels, which is really strange. Might even be negative worthy. Give me a second. Levels. Pretty... Yeah, comes meh, whatever. So hang on, watch this, see? Tier 5, it's yellow, right? Everyone could do tier 1 through 5. If I go to tier 6, Rosebank has not unlocked this tier. But tier 5 is fine. That's so weird. Whatever, 3 it is. I think that is worthy of a negative. The fact that nothing tells you. When there's clearly an interface feature there to tell you. I'm going to call it a bug. No, exactly, Mr. Ed. I get it. Yeah, I know. It's counting the account unlock, not for the character you're currently on. Agreed, Mook. I do agree with that. Yeah, we're gonna bulldoze this place. Jesus.
One moment.
Hey, Evo. I hope work is going productively. 264. I'm up to 203. What's really strange is, like, most of the other outdoor activities you can do while leveling now, right? Like, I can do Nightmare Prayer, right?
State your business.
The Twilight's Blade have infiltrated our hallowed halls, stealing valuable research and lore. I've seen them lurking in the shadows, and I suspect some are disguised as students and faculty members. Aw, I was hoping for the plant one. The plant one's really good.
Shorelaran.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, exclamation mark Evo. Plug, 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 plug. Super duper plug. Evo's working on a game. Please go wishlist it on Steam. It will help her out if you do so.
Don't waste this.
Oh, right. I'm Devour. Oh, God. Just muscle memorying the wrong thing there. They're stealing lore. No! Yeah, Evo's working on it so hard, she's not even cooking. She's not even cleaning. She's eating the dogs.
I'll take that.
I hope we can improve your mood, Mr. Red. I don't know about you, and I want to say this with total sincerity. No jokes, no hyperbole. Very little improves my mood than playing WoW with friends. And, fun fact, we're doing mostly delves and side quests right now, so... It's the weekend, we're kind of doing the group stuff. Now, we're doing a delve right after this.
Now strike!
So the story of the current delve is, so there's this thing, right, called Mage Academies, and let me tell you, there's some wild stuff going on here. Literally every story in here is something else has gone wrong. That's not even a joke. Every single story in this delve is something else has gone wrong. Sometimes it's demons got accidentally summoned. Sometimes it's the Twilight's cult which is invading. That's our current one, by the way. Sometimes it's everything's just running rampantly out of control. Magical academies, am I right? Yeah, the Light Bloom. Yeah, that's... Yep. For what it's worth, I really like Devour at 90. It may not do the numbers of Havoc. That might be my fault, admittedly.
I'll staunch the bleeding.
You know, I see that you're doing a couple of numbers there, Kiro Nice. Just casually flex. She's just back to like, yep, I'm incredibly amazing. Flex. It's humble brag. Some of these visiting professors are quite strange. I love that outfit. Look at that. I want that outfit. Look at that. That looks cool. Like, the scrolls and the ink on the bandolier. Ugh. Okay. Oh, also on Devour. Well, there you go. Proof positive it cannot do numbers. Hey, DeQuack. Don't be up.
Gather yourself.
Hey, what's up, collapsing star? I love that attack. How many of you have ever played Dissidia Duodecim? I guess Dissidia would also qualify for my question. Yeah, no, you can see Silvermoon right over there.
I'll take that.
I love it. I knew it, Mr. Red. Stealing her outfit. Oh, cool. There's the stuff. Where's the bandolier? Oh, it's the diplomat stuff. Before I get that. That's from... Doesn't know where that's from. It's from this thing, which we get from... something? I don't really get that. Oh, no, come back to it. Nobody's played Dissidia? Real talk. I'm not actually going anywhere. That's like... Nobody's played Dissidia? Okay. I'll just curl into the corner and die.
Your pain, mine.
So in Dissidia, there's a character called, well, they call him the Emperor, but I'm always going to call him Mateus, because that's his goddamn name. And
My eyes.
one of his abilities, you actually don't even start off with it, you got to level up to get it, is called Starfall. Now, Dissidia is a fighter, okay? That's its genre. The reason I bring that up is because anybody who's played any fighter anywhere knows that... No, the name Mateus actually comes from the book, Talia. Anybody who knows anything knows that long wind-up attacks tend to not be super great in fighter games. They tend to be bragging things. I don't actually remember the term. There's a terminology for it. There's a lot of lingo in the fighting community. But in that case, it's... You have successfully, managed to do this big, flashy attack. You get to flex on someone. Yeah, exactly. It's a taunt. It's a flex. It's like, yep. So Mateus, the Emperor, has an ability called Starfall. It is an insanely long cast, during which you are massively vulnerable and can only move at half speed. But if you get it off, you kind of just kill whatever you're looking at. It summons a goddamn meteor, which is, I believe, impossible to dodge once it actually lands. Now, where am I going with this? One of the things I loved most about playing as Mateus was building up to and managing that hit. It was just so satisfying to be like, hang on, let this trap here, put this trap here, line this up, get some distance. Meteor! And that's what Devourer kind of feels like. I feel like I'm always kind of trying to line up and build up to Collapsing Star. Which is funny, because from what I understand, most people don't even play with Collapsing Star. Right, Isbir Star? Right? It's like, hang on, let me line this up here, line this up over here.
My loyalties are my own.
Well, yeah. Please.
Time to supplement my workforce.
Damn it, Pathelian, shut up. Such a punk.
I'll staunch the bleeding. Stay here and recover.
Looks like you lose.
Oh my god, Talia. I always knew you were a calculating individual. Huh? Huh? No? Okay. Let's go reveal these guys. Hey, what's up? Oh my god. It's a demon lord. Favorite racial architecture and aesthetics? Ooh. So let's start with playable. Oh,
Gather yourselves.
That would explain why I don't have it, Mr. Red. As much as I love this game and have spent much time and effort and money on it, I refuse to pay microtransactions to WoW. In fact, at this point in my life, I don't pay microtransactions to anything. I don't care what the game is. Y'all can suck a dick. Sorry. No judgment. If you want to buy microtransactions, that's fine, as long as you get safe, sane, consensual. But, like, goddamn. I'm kind of sick of it, you know? Yeah, exactly. Frickin' bloodsuckers. Listen, we need to open up new studios in other countries which have less labor protection, so we can make games cheaper. Oh, by the way, here, have a few $1,000,000. The entire C-suite. Jesus Christ. Oh, there they are. I'm just dumb.
Stay here and recover.
God, okay, I'm really torn here. You've thrown me, right, 36. So, obviously, I do like Blood Elven. Let me just get that out of the way.
Hands on.
I'm also rather fond of the Forsaken aesthetic. Not the ruins, the one they actually designed for themselves. The stuff that's starting showing up in Wrath, I believe.
Your life is mine.
Collapsing Star! God, I love that hit. Trying to figure out some of my procs, too, which I think is helping a little bit. Speaking of which, and another star!
Pesky magic.
Ugh, pesky magic. Have a collapsing star instead! Hey, Kira, as you might know, is something speeding up my collapsing star casts as I go? Because it feels like something is. Like that third one was way quicker cast than the first one.
I'll take that.
No. My actual cast time was quicker on my end. Up. She's like, look, I know you're technically done with the delve, but die. Rain on your parade. Oh, that actually might be it, yeah. Because I think I technically benefit from the Omnium. Because, you know, I've done all that. Possibly? Yep, every stack of Voidfall grants haste. Yeah, that might be doing it, too. And I do have that. Bottom mill on the right. Oh, you're talking about that one. Reaps cooldown. Well, no, that's not it. Nope, yep. I think this is the one you mean. Every soul consumed in Metamorphosis grants haste up to 25%. Yeah. So, sorry, that was fun. Let's jot down some positives. Positives are good. Positives. Let me jot down some thoughts. We're going to be heading north to the Keldanus one, which is, there it is, Parhelion Plaza, which is this one. You know, you're going to call me boring here, Rain 36. I think of the playable races, my favorite overall aesthetic... Okay, I just realized the Zandalari. But let's scooch back to that. Is the humans. Stormwind isn't a great example of that. Stormwind is circa Kata, after all. But if you look at any of the human-centric stuff in more modern WoW, it's really solid. And yeah, someone just mentioned the human garrison back in Warlords. The human garrison looks really freaking cool in Warlords. And yeah, Stromguard is another more modern example. We were actually talking about that when we were showing off the Arathi catch-up campaign. It's up to you, Mr. Ed. Whatever you want to do. I mean that sincerely. This is low-key, low-pressure, low effort. This is all whatever you want to do. See, we're actually cool friends instead of dickwads. So, you should still be able to enter, Talia. Just give me a second. Let's let Mr. Red take a moment to decide here. So what's the one we just did? What's the name of that place? Allegiate Calamity. Allegiate Calamity. I don't care. I know these inside and out. I have done every single one of these at tier 11. I know these. I have done every... For those of you who haven't caught this, I have done every variant of all of these at tier 11. You see that little mouse over right there? I forget which add-on does that, but it shows me what the current story variant is. It's Bombing Run right now, for example, and which ones I have done. Spoilers, I have done all of them. I love delves. I pushed delves this season, and I intend to do it again next season. So, Rosebank it is. Boom. Stay on 3. Probably Kiro White Noise. If you look at my tree here real quick, I went mostly down the right side of the tree. Because I didn't want the hunt on this build. I actually specifically didn't want the hunt. I used the hunt over on Havoc. Wasn't sure about Hungering Slash. Oh, after dealing damage with the hunt. That's probably why I didn't. What's this? Damaging crits do 240 instead of 200. Well, my crit isn't that great. Damage from Voidblade and Hunt. Don't have Hunt. Void Ray damage increased by 20%. That would be nice. What would I lose? When Void expires, for each unused soul you have harvested, gain 5 Fury. I might lose that, actually. Switch over here. Just kind of tinkering, you know? Reap and Consume damage increased. I don't really need that. No, I actually don't need that, because I can just switch over there. And then pull out of that, and that gives me another point to play with. Which one's Void Blade? That's the launch. I don't care about that. Oh, now that's interesting. I actually just... I need that to get Calamitous. Mr. Ed, I swear to God, do you need money to sub? I will 100% toss you some bucks so you can stay subbed. I have so little power to make the world a better place. I will absolutely give you 15 bucks to sub. Void Ray's cooldown reduced by 2 seconds during Metamorphosis. Maybe I should go for that. Reach cooldown reduced by your haste. I am kind of going a haste build with this setup. Soul Immolation generates an additional 12 Fury. Let me think about this. So if I do this, but for real, don't, Mr. Don't buy me any of that crap. I don't want anything in this game I can't earn. So I grab that. I hate to lose that, but I think I have to. But I need to lose one more. I'm gonna lose one more. Hey, Uthor. Worst tech tree in gaming? Some random incremental game you've never heard of. Let's switch over there. Let's feel what that feels like. Sorry, minor tinkering. Minor tinkering. No Man's Sky doesn't really have what I would refer to as a tech tree in any real sense of the word. And I've played a lot of No Man's Sky. It's a fun game to play co-op. Like, No Man's Sky is patches on top of patches on top of patches. It is so jank. And that is effectively part of the enjoyment.
Come, speak with me.
Alright. This one. Yes, I actually like this one. Let's bomb. I got a bomb. What do I do? What do I do? Into the void. Yes. Together we are one in the... Oh god, the infinite darkness calls to me! It calls to me! Sorry, what was I saying? So I should be able to do this, and then this. Whoa!
My eyes on you.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Did I not grab that talent, though? Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't actually grab the talent. So I probably should do that. Yeah, no, exactly, Tara. No Man's Sky keeps adding mechanics, and that is janking it up even more.
Stay here and recover.
And I think Valera likes getting out and getting some exercise in, you know.
I'll staunch the bleeding.
Just, getting some air, getting some stabbing. She is part of the Uncrowned. Speaking of which, you want to know one of my big wish list items. Bring the Uncrowned back. I know technically they were in War Within, but it was more of like an acknowledgement that they exist than anything else. Which I'm happy to have, but like, I want some story with the Uncrowned, you know what I mean? Maybe have the Uncrowned be the vector by which Stormwind stops being a military dictatorship. I don't know, just spitballing. I was okay for Minecraft or WoW to have patches, but not No Man's Sky. I don't even understand that question. First of all, why is it okay or not okay for No Man's Sky to have patches? You've lost me, Elizar. Yeah, you could do a lot with the Uncrowned. Honestly, they did.
Gather yourself.
You want to talk about good usage of a class fantasy in Legion. Yeah, Huthor doesn't like good storytelling. This is something I've just come to accept over the years. Huthor is like, can we have really dumb, boring story constantly and forever? And I'm like, you got it, Huthor. And then I point Huthor over there to other MMOs. Did you already blow this one up? God dang, you guys are just way ahead of me here. I got 30 seconds to blow something up with this. I got this. I got this. Woo! I thought players hated No Man's Sky because of patches? What? Where have you heard that? Aw. I lost my bomb. I don't lose my bomb. Right now. Elizar, do you hear the whispers too, brother? Does the void whisper into your mind? The great darkness that lies beyond.
I'll staunch the bleeding.
Oh, I'm sorry, Esmeralda Star. Interesting. I suppose I can't argue that. There's plenty of storytelling I don't want to ever show up again in this setting, which exists in the setting. I just don't want it to show up again because I hate it. HVA, excuse me.
Darkness shield.
Anyways, I was trying to show off, like, the Infinite Abyss here. I believe this is the Telagris skybox, and still awesome for it.
Gather yourself.
So let's define jank. Jank is actually really easy to define, but amusingly is such a broad category that it's kind of one of those you know it when you see it kind of a things. So jank refers to when a game does something that you don't want it to, usually because of some kind of issue with physics or controls or interface. That's jank, right? If I jump and then, like, my collision box collides weirdly with the terrain and sends me flying across the map, that's jank. Now, the mistake most people make is they think jank is a bad thing. Jank is neither good nor bad. It is simply a thing. Like so many other things, it kind of depends on the specifics. Some games are explicitly better because of the fact that they are so janky, and lean into that fact. My personal favorite example of that continues to be Trine, which is a series of 2D puzzle platformers, excuse me. And they are very, very, very janky. And that's part of the fun. Flying around like an idiot and accidentally killing your party member because you made a platform over them as they're trying to jump out of a pit is not something you did on purpose, but it is very funny. For another example of fun jank, Magicka. Magicka is a game in which you have mages and you shoot out magic spells, and it's kind of hard to explain actually if you've never played it. Whoops, I forgot to get a bomb! I'm so stupid. Goat Sim's another good example. But it's extraordinarily easy to accidentally kill your party members. And I stress that word accidentally, because you don't really need to try to do that. You just kind of do it. Whoops. My bee.
I'll staunch the bleeding. Your life is mine.
Anyways, No Man's Sky is very janky. Now, that is both a good and a bad thing when it comes to No Man's Sky. In some cases, it makes the game hilarious and fun and awesome. And then, occasionally, it makes it very aggravating. I'll use an example of the former. Let's say that I have decided to enter orbit of a planet. Whee! And then all of a sudden, I am catapulted out of my ship at Mach 20 in my suit, and I start dying of suffocation because the game acknowledges that I am outside of my ship in orbit as I am flying around it at the speed of sound. That's hilarious. Even when I die over there, because whoops, that's still funny, right? And it just kind of adds to the overall flavor and enjoyment factor. However, in a recent expedition over No Man's Sky, one of the things was you had to walk up to a drone and rip out certain specific pieces of it in order to progress the quest. You could not progress the quest without doing this action. Any interaction with any other players of any kind would prevent you from being able to pull out the drone pieces. So you'd get to a drone and you'd see 30, 40 players just standing there trying to figure out how to bullcrap their way into ripping the drone piece out. The solution, if you're wondering, was to turn off online mode entirely and just do that step solo. That's not fun. You see the difference? They're both jank. That's interesting. I play No Man's Sky about once per expedition. Expeditions aren't really huge time consumers or big asks or anything like that, so it's not really a big deal to just pop in every now and again, finish the expedition, and then pop right back out. I've yet to get actually invested in the game, and honestly probably will not do so until I actually stream it. See that collapsing star? Love it.
Your life is mine.
Like, I technically have an underwater base, if that counts for anything. Not fancy. Bunch of vehicles, you know. I've done a few quests. I still haven't even done the main quest chain. Just done a bunch of expeditions.
Boulder.
And done. There's some good interactions in this one in particular, by the way. One of my favorites is you have to set up defensive barriers to help hold the line against a bunch of void troops that are attacking. Yeah, I know that feeling. You may not know this, but I actually had a Minecraft series I designed once, which never actually went anywhere. Time. Yeah, me and my sister started it. Okay, now we've done that. We've done that, we've done that. I'm debating, because, like, maybe we should focus on side quests for a minute, sweep through the rest of Eversong. Side quests don't actually take that long. Whatever that's worth. Let's do that. Let's sweep Eversong. Turn in some of this stuff. Mr. Ed's like, I'd rather die than do side quests. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, we do have a party going. Cannot argue that fact. Here. Come on. Come on. Sorry, that was a lag spike you were just witnessing there.
Ah,
Because Silver Moon
expertise.
is crazy. Like, Silver Moon... There's a reason Silver Moon is getting a polishing pass in terms of optimization the very next patch, the one that's coming out August 11th. Well, if we're doing delves, what have we got left? We've got that one. I don't remember if anything goes through there. We've got, I feel like there is a quest that goes through a Talamon. I swear there's a quest that goes through there. Someone check me on that. Did we already... Did it? Did we have to do it? Well, hang on. So, what have we got left? We got several in the Void Storm. We haven't touched. Sunkiller Sanctum doesn't have anything. Shadowguard Point doesn't have anything, I think. And in Harndar, we've actually swept. We're done in there. Yeah, I know we go to Talamon as part of the MSQ. I just have a memory of doing that delve as a story, but I guess not. I'm gonna trust you guys on this. So that means we'll do a Talamon. Let's see. I might be, yeah. Because it's, I mean, it's literally the same zone. Same area. Anybody in chat, do you remember if Sunkiller Sanctum or Shadowguard Point has any quests that go through there? Because I really don't remember right. Oh, hey, 81 on Mr. Red. Woo! Well, here's our quest for this place. Okay, so that means, amusingly enough, that means there are 3 delves left, counting this one. I'm not even complaining.
One moment.
I love how the name of that frog is the Bug Blissful Frog. Nice touch. Okay, so what are we doing here? So, you know how there's always... Yeah, I like the Furbog one, too. There's always a bad guy faction for almost every race. Well, the bad guy faction for the Amani... Hey, Mojo! Yeah, let me kiss Mojo really quick here. Mwah! Oh, yeah, baby.
Talk to me. Do be careful, man.
Is the Vile Branch. I mean, they're called Vile Branch, for Christ's sakes. Oh my god, I've got wings. No! I couldn't show them off. Hang on, let me go become a frog again. Okay, do me a favor. Watch the back. Watch my back, okay? Do you see my wings? Do you see my tiny, tiny wings? It's hard to even get them in view. They're so small. Oh my god. You just have to kiss Mojo. It's a reference to the raid. This whole delve is a reference to the raid. That's great. All right. Anyway, so yeah, the Vile Branch. Woo, they suck. Pretty much the goal of this particular dungeon is, hey, the Vile Branch have shown up and are randomly hexing a bunch of people because, you know, they're evil. By the way, when I kissed Mojo, he said, and I quote, "Your lily pad, or mine."
Now strike!
Yeah, the Vile Branch have pretty much always been one of the bad guy role factions. As I've said before, I kind of like that. Not just because it makes story sense that there would be bad guy members of just about any faction, but it also makes gameplay sense. It's a good way to continue to make various races relevant, even as you progress through the story. It's a way to be able to fight X, Y, or Z. It's the exact same reason almost every RTS made for 10 years all had at least one betrayer faction, so you could fight something other than the same side, right? Same concept. In fact, that's probably where this came from in WoW. Speaking of factions, I haven't finished answering Rain 36's question. So I'm going to stick with the human aesthetic for my favorite of the playable races. But my favorite aesthetic for in general? That is much trickier. I would be lying if I didn't say the Nightborn is up there, which... Yes, I realize that the Nightborn are a playable race. Just come on, bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. Come on. And I do absolutely love a lot of the visual aesthetics of this game. The architecture, we've talked about this before. The art designers have done actual real-life work on studying real-life architecture in order to design a lot of the architecture of the various races of the game. So, like, you've given me a candy store and said, pick one, and I'm like, ugh! But if you put a gun to my head, I would probably go with the Nerubians, most specifically of Azj-Kahet. The pseudo-Egyptian, hooked, webbed, hanging from the ceiling thing they've got going on is just gorgeous. It is absolutely bonkers gorgeous. There's a reason why when I first saw that zone, and every time I've streamed it, just more than once at this point, I've just been like, oh my god, it's so great. It's so great, oh my god. And, you know, I've been very irritating as people are like, God, shut up, Lord, nobody cares. And I'm like, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty, look at it. Look at it. And they're all like, shut up, Lord. Shut up, God. And you start beating me in the face, trying to get me to shut up about the Nerubians. And I'm like, no, the Nerubians. The Nerubians. The Nerubians. Oh my god, the Nerubians. While we're on the subject, though, can I just say that I also really love the architecture of the kobolds, the earthen, and the Arathi. And the goblins. Yes, there's a trend here. The midnight stuff is kind of weird because most of the midnight stuff is pre-existing architecture, right? We already had a style for the Amani. We already had a style. Oh, for the Silver Moon, right? For the Blood Elves, High Elves, I guess. The Ethereals already had a style. Harandir already had a style, etc. Probably wouldn't surprise me. I actually really like Drakthir architecture as well. Very hooked, very curved. Right? Like there's always that kind of
I'll staunch
like
the bleeding.
claws reaching for the sky kind of a look, right?
Pesky magic.
Ulduar as a hub.
Now strike.
Well, I mean, it can't be Dalaran for reasons. I free you. Well, yeah, think about it, right? They have to have a capital city in Northrend. We know it's Northrend, right? We know we're going back to Northrend. And we know that Dalaran can't be the capital city. Now, there are other options. There are. Like, yeah, we could move Akros up there. That's a doable thing. We could repurpose Ice Crown. We know that the Ice Crown Fortress is basically melted in the absence of anyone taking care of the place. Talk to a frog to warp to the boss, by the way.
Stay here and recover.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Luthor. Wormrest would feel redundant. And several of the major actual, like, player cities up there just aren't going to count because they're pretty definitively one side or the other. Like, Winterguard Keep is a fairly large domicile, but that's pretty decisively Alliance. And same thing with Agmar's Hammer over there. So that's probably not it.
Let me get rid of that.
Wintergrasp could work.
Is mine.
That would be a hell of a restructuring of Wintergrasp. And yet, Uldor is also a pick.
Pesky magic.
The benefit of Ice Crown is the same benefit Valdrakken had, mechanically. No, actually, Uthor. It's right in the middle of the continent, and it's tall. I know that sounds like a minor thing to point out, but those are both very valuable traits when designing your capital city. If you think about it, all of the others would be on one end or the other. Ulduar's way up there. The Eye's way over there. You get it. Oh, boss fight. Boss fight. No! Make sure to get your souls back.
Gather yourself.
Where's my soul? Where's my soul? Oh no! Where'd it go? My soul! I lost my soul! Just like in real life. There it is. Give me my soul back.
Darkness shield you.
Oh god, Noxramas is just sitting there. I mean, it makes sense. We never actually blew up Noxramas. We just killed everything in it. And, I mean, Scourge, right?
I'll staunch the bleeding.
That... Okay, I'm gonna go against the grain here, Huthor. I would actually like that. Can I explain why, though? Before you just kill me with sticks? Yeah. So, Noxramas was arguably the first good raid in this entire game. The problem is it was still a vanilla raid, right? It still had all that baggage. And so when they converted it to Wrath, they kind of made it worse instead of better. I mean, don't mistake me, it was an overhaul and it was a needed overhaul, but if you've done 40 Nox and 10 Nax and 25 Nax, you know what I mean. They changed it to be more doable, not improved it. Yeah, exactly, Clace. It was just an easier version of Noxramas. Having a touched-up version of Noxramas sounds awesome. Like, modern raid team doing their take on a freaking Necropolis raid? Yes, please! Yeah! Yeah, Huthor, exactly. Oh, no, what's the cost? What's the cost? I'm ready. I'm ready, Huthor. I want to show off one thing before we go do the other two. No, not Kel'Thuzad. Okay, wait. I'm going to counter you. I've got a Uno reverse card. Bam! Not only is Kel'Thuzad the final boss, but he's actually an honest-to-God character. Bam! For the second time in WoW history. And for those of you not aware, the first time Kel'Thuzad was actually a character in WoW was in War Within. That's not a joke, by the way, just to be very clear. This is not me taking the piss. The first time Kel'Thuzad was a good character in this game was in freaking War Within. Nope, see, that doesn't work at that point, either, because he can't be a good character while plotting to resurrect the jailer. It doesn't work. Incompatible. There is a series of quests related to Dalaran, actually, Talia, where we go and we recover some of the artifacts from the ruins of Dalaran from the kobolds, and we find this little necklace. And the necklace has echoes of Kel'Thuzad in it. And we go in there and we read his journal and we see his research and we talk to a piece of him from before Warcraft 3. And it's an awesome quest. It is properly horrifying and does a really good job of showcasing why Kel'Thuzad was such a good character in Warcraft 3. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna. I just want to show off abundance. Can I do that? Is that cool? Can we show? Okay, cool. We can show off abundance. Right, we can show this off. But first, I gotta answer Eleazar's question, and I need to look something up. Give me a second. I must give chat dramatic pause. A divinely abundant food! It's just fun, Mr. Red. No joke, no pressure, no nothing. It's literally just fun. You go in and you just run around for 5 minutes. The fact that it's so short per run is a huge reason why abundance works. All you have to do to ruin abundance is picture that each run of abundance takes like 20 minutes. And that would just ruin it instantly. Alright, so hang on. Let's look at Eleazar's question. Okay. You want to have good magic and evil magic. Is that bad writing? No. What about Lord of the Rings? Well, I already said no, so that's not bad. Is it because of its soft magic? Now, soft magic can be bad writing. I will go so far as to say it is inclined to be bad writing. Because most soft magic is written that way because the writer didn't want to do their freaking jobs. See Harry Potter for a good example of that. But soft magic is not inherently bad writing. In fact, actually doing a good job, doing good writing with soft magic is actually harder to do than doing good writing with hard magic. That's probably one of the reasons why it's so freaking rare. And yeah, you just said it, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings has very soft serve magic, and it works very well because pretty much the entire setting was designed around that being a concept. I mean, songs, hello? What about Narnia? I actually don't know Narnia well enough to comment on that.
All made or gathered in Zuluman with pride.
So, we have been called by the Loa of Abundance, who is voiced by Darren DePaul. I actually think that's part of why this works. Here's how this works.
Come back soon. I'll have new goods.
We talked to Dun Dun here. Hello.
So much.
I'm just gonna do like a regular abundant harvest here. And we go in and then we do stuff. Oh no, I am completely the wrong spec for this. Oh no. I am so the wrong spec for this. No! Yeah, you could, rather than just... So they made a thing so that instead of having to do, like, 4 runs of an abundant run, abundant run, you could just do 1 run at 4 times. Which is exactly what it sounds like. Saves a lot of time, and really good for getting achievements. I'm so the wrong spec for this. You can also do 1 run at 8. Which is what I usually tend to do, honestly. Just save up nowadays for an eight times run. There's actually a few achievements I still don't have in here, which I might give up on because they're really mean. Get 10,000 skidding things, get 10,000 like whatever things. It's a whole thing. Is Kingdom Hearts soft magic? No. Kingdom Hearts is actually pretty well defined until it breaks its own rules. That's not soft magic. That's bad writing. Look, I love Kingdom Hearts, but they were doing a really good job of keeping their own consistency coherent, and then they stopped. At this point, I'm just stealing all your kills. I'm sorry, guys. I am the wrong spec for this. I am so stupid. I do not know how to fight a bunch of random trash with a Devourer. There's events you can do for these. These are also way better in a group, Mr. Red. That's the other thing. You get in here with a group, like we usually do this with 3 players, and that is way more fun than doing this with, like, 1. I would never do an abundance solo. That's just awful. Let's get all this glorious abundance.
Magnificent contributions, my acolytes! Revel in this divinely abundant boon!
Oh, there you go, Huthor. There's your divinely abundant boon.
Your deeds glorify me! You shall be benevolently rewarded in abundant kind!
Get the treasure goblins, or I guess treasure rats. Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Glow bright, acolyte! You have few abundant...
I got. Yeah! Dump it, 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 no! 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 Woo! And that's abundance.
Everything is of the finest quality. Amani quality.
If you do it once a week, you also get some really nice rewards from it. But, really, I just do this for fun. Okay, so, I believe, yep, next step is the Void Store. You know what that means? Cantina time. Yeah, I don't recommend playing WoW solo these days. I know that sounds strange. It's not like you can't. It's just, it is such a different animal than when you play with a group. A prefab group, you know, a group of friends, right? I'm surprised I don't have a Nemesis beacon yet, honestly. Then that sucks, Talia. And I am sorry for that. Now, the good news is, you know several people who play WoW. You're currently in a group with them. We have an entire Discord just dedicated towards MMOs. So poking your head in and be like, hey, anyone want to do such and such? Is entirely feasible to do, and I would recommend doing so at every opportunity. Don't pull a Bragwin. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, Sunkiller. Let's do it. Sunkiller and then Shadow Guard. And then we're done with Delves for now. I swear to God, the moment they make cross-region play a thing,
The void's hunger.
I'm gonna drag all y'all into my guild and just be like, here, everyone, here. And I'm just gonna shove all of you into one giant bundle and say, here, go play together. Here, no more excuses, go play. Uthor, come here. Asmir, come here. Yeah, if. That is an if. It is not a guarantee on any level. Ooh, the light one. This is a fun one. I actually know people in European countries who would be willing to play WoW if they could play with us. Which, you know. Duh. The thing is, and Ion, excuse me, has actually commented on this on camera.
One moment.
It is definitely a tech issue. If they could have already solved this problem, they would have. Now, tech issues are by definition solvable problems. The question is time and resources. Damn it, it's Mirror Star. Sunkiller Sanctum. Northeast-ish of the Voidstorm. It's right here. Oh, God damn it, I thought I invited you already. God damn it. God damn it, Mr. Alright, Talia's dead. We will mourn Talia's loss. Alas, poor Talia. StarCraft doesn't really have magic to speak of, Elizar, but what magic it has is pretty vague. Star Trek likes to pretend it doesn't have magic, and totally freaking does. It also has absolutely no rules for its magic whatsoever, so that's as soft serve as it gets. What was the other star you asked about? Oh, Star Wars. So individual writers can occasionally, like, write the Force in a way that makes sense. But Star Wars as a whole is some of the most melty ice cream magic writing I've ever seen, and not in a good way. It's honestly why the literal first question I had when it came to the rewrite of Star Wars was defining the Force. Because it was just such a mess. Talia! Okay. So, hey! People say my ideas are strange and unconventional, and to be fair, maybe they're right. My plan was simple. Bring in some crates of light bloom spores, release them here, and let their powerful light scour the place clean. Well, that didn't work. Now I've got my hands full with crazed light bloom creatures, and they're multiplying like crazy, and the Dominar are turning them against me. Help me contain this mess before it spreads. He's wearing a botanist outfit, of course. Like, this guy is such a moron. I love it, honestly. I'm gonna bring a bunch of light bloom into the Voidstorm. Yeah, this is the dude who brings a bunch of Sin Eaters into the 13th. I don't think it's gonna work out. Okay, so Mr. Ed asked something earlier, actually, which I thought I answered, but apparently I didn't. What's a good example of soft magic and a great example of bad use of soft magic? So I kind of already answered that, because the only good soft magic I can think of off the top of my head is Lord of the Rings. And almost all of that boils down to the books. In fact, I would even go so far as to say the book, Silmarillion. Just get rid of all this. There we go. Now, worst example of soft magic that isn't called Star Wars? Aw. Or Harry Potter. It's probably some random fantasy novel I can't even think of off the top of my head. For a good or a bad version to go to? Twilight. Actually, yeah. The mutant superpowers of Twilight are super soft serve. If you're wondering why I call them mutants, it's because they're basically copy-pasted from X-Men. Just straight up. Not even in a subtle way. Yeah, like, there's this lady who has the power to read people's minds, but only, like, in proximity or something like that. And there's this one lady who can read fate. It's... yeah.
Your soul is mine!
Doctor Who? I don't think Doctor Who has any cohesive rules for literally anything. Any rules that any author has ever added to Doctor Who were immediately broken by further authors down the line. You think Star Trek is inconsistent? You have no idea. There's a reason I've called it Doctor Who Syndrome for quite a while. It's because the writers of Doctor Who don't understand anything and don't care.
Staunch the bleeding.
Wait, don't give me some drugs! Drugs. Yeah, man. Yeah, what? Sorry. Now, here's the thing. That can work. If I can give my professional opinion of Doctor Who for just a second, I think Doctor Who is at its best when it's trying to not be serious. When it leans into the kitsch.
Your pain.
Either, like, I don't know what to call it. Like, the melodrama. Lean into the melodrama. Lean into the nonsense. For both silly and serious. What are you doing? Well, I've got this exploding watermelon. What? Yeah, his name's Bob. He's a really nice guy, but he's going to destroy the entire galaxy if I let him explode. What? It's okay. I just have to tickle him every 13 seconds, and he won't explode and destroy the entire galaxy. Could you hold this, please? It's not like Doctor Who doesn't know how to do character moments, too, but every time they try to do something really serious plot-worthy, I shouldn't say every time, most of the time they try to do something serious plot-wise, it just kind of falls flat. I would say one of the very few times they've succeeded at that was the 9th. And honestly, I think at least a little bit is down to the intensity of Eccleston's performance. His dude was just chewing that scenery in a good way. Yeah, the fact that it was kind of a reboot probably helped, honestly. Life is Strange... no, that's pretty well defined, I'd say.
Stay here and recover.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Life is Strange has more defined magic rules than Star Trek. Yeah, the 9th had an encounter with a single Dalek, and that was good.
Your life is mine.
You know what your people called me? The oncoming storm. Anyways. And yeah, that's actually one of the reasons I was a fan of the 4th era, just like everybody else was. In fact, it's one of the biggest reasons my favorite Doctor to this very day is the 2nd Doctor. The 2nd Doctor was silly and ridiculous and zany, and also constantly working to manipulate everyone around him in order to make them underestimate him, because he was in very dangerous and serious situations. Put simply, the silliness was kind of in-universe, rather than for the show, if that makes sense. Yeah, it was very obfuscating. He was the Columbo of the Doctors, and it worked brilliantly for him.
Now strike!
Activate this really quick.
Gather yourself.
The first Doctor is worth watching for historical reasons. It's kind of interesting, but also, if I'm being very honest with you, pretty boring. I would recommend it once if you care about the historical reasons for watching it, for just witnessing that port of history. Yeah, no, it was originally supposed to be a historical piece, ironically. not just a sci-fi show. The sci-fi stuff kind of took off. There's this whole story behind it, blah, blah, blah. There's some interesting stuff there, but it's its own animal. The second Doctor was when it became a little bit more Doctor Who.
My eyes on you. Stay here and recover.
Your soul is mine!
Can you stop stealing people's souls, Talia? Jesus Christ.
Staunch the bleeding.
Quickly, I want to get off my collapsing star! Oh yeah, hurt. Whatever it's like, worth. I actually really like John Hurt as the Doctor. Even though I absolutely hate the special he's in. Just hate it. Fun fact, that's actually what killed my interest in Doctor Who. That's what kicked me out of the show permanently. I've never been back. So I haven't actually seen, oh God, what's his name? The Scottish-sounding gentleman. Or the woman. Or the other dude. Or Tenet again. Capaldi, that's him. Yeah, I fell out pretty hard. I mean, Peter Capaldi is a great actor. I have seen some very good scenes of his. Yeah, that bingo, Huthor, right there. It was just kind of the fundamental underpinnings of all of modern Who was the destruction of Gallifrey.
I'll staunch the bleeding.
The War Doctor, the sin he committed was the overriding imperative of multiple doctors across multiple seasons of the show. And they just were like, nah, let's undo it.
Gather yourself.
That killed me right there. I know you're like anti-continuity, but Jesus Christ. That killed me right there. I was like, okay. Peace. I'm told the Mistress is really good. I mean, they almost did. That's the irritating part. Like, for those of you who didn't actually see the scene, all three doctors come together and and the whole gesture is that they're not going to make him make that decision alone. That last time, the War Doctor had to make that decision alone, and this time they're all going to be with him. And that was a powerful, intense moment of horror. And then they undid it. It's just like, what? Why? Yeah, Eccleston was supposed to be there. That's its own story. That's a mess. I don't believe so. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure we're done in here. So we had the Grudge Pit, which we've done. We have the Gulf of Memory, which we've done, and that's it. Yeah. We good. Agreed, as Mary Star. Jot down some notes before I forget it, because we're just kind of chatting about Doctor Who here. What do I think of Tennant? The actor? I don't know anything about the actor. He's a good actor, but I don't know anything about the person. Am I missing any delves? Hang on a second. Let me pull up a list of delves. Let me just double check myself here really quick. Okay, there's Parhelion. Shadow Enclave. Yep, we got that. Talaman. We just did that. Arcway is part of the MSQ, but you're right, we haven't done that. The Legiate, there's that one. Darkway, we'll do that later. Twilight Crypts. We've done the Twilight Crypts. Yeah, we have done the Twilight Crypts. Okay, so that's... And then Gulf of Memory. Yep. Grudge Pit. Yep. Shadowguard Point, we're in that. Sunkiller Sanctum, we just finished that. And that's everything. Okay, yeah. This is it, other than the one we're doing as part of the MSQ. Woo! This is for you, Mr. Red. I'm going to pull this whole place.
Stay here and recover.
This is actually one of my favorite stories in here, because the animals will absolutely do a really good job of hanging while you're running around doing objectives. You know, fun fact, I still haven't answered your question to my satisfaction as Miristar. There's so many good characters in this game. How do I pick? How do I pick? Who do I shoot? Let me limit my... Let me cheat. I'm gonna pick Mr. Red. No, I'm gonna pick 2 characters per expansion. The first is Huthor, who I shoot with a donut. Have a donut, Mr. Red. What? It's a donut gun. It doesn't shoot him that fast, I think. Oh, God. Did you put bullets in the donut gun? It's a donut gun, people. Come on. Ah.
Be bolder.
You're allergic to sugar. How is that possible? Okay, so let's go all the way back to vanilla. Now, I'm going to limit myself to characters who are still alive, which is a damn shame, because my literal first thought is Tyrion plus someone else. But he dead, so let me chew on this for a second. We put donut holes. Oh, that's great. Paintball, but with donut holes. So the question, you remember the Argentina quests, which are awesome and amazing? Pick 2 characters to have an Argentina quest of that style. It's the 2 characters, you get some interactions and dialogue with them. They have to be alive, obviously. You go do a little quest to get a little bit of lore and a decor item, and then you come back and you get another cutscene. That's awesome. But who do you pick? So, vanilla. 2 characters from vanilla. So you say Valera and Brawl, neither of whom are vanilla characters. So we're already off to a great start here. I get your point. You can pick those 2.
Gather yourself.
You know, that's true. Oh my God. I've got my pick. I've got my pick for vanilla. Sarah Lattimore and Chromie. Doesn't that quest immediately write itself? They're both still alive.
Don't waste this.
There's plenty of reason. You'd probably go to the Duskwood graveyard.
Now strike.
Like, what's his face? The Elder Lattimore, I actually forget his name, is already resting peacefully by this point.
Get rid of that.
So this would be more about Sarah probably coming to grip with what happened in Darkshire more than anything. And yeah, Chromie is a vanilla character. A lot of people forget that. Chromie is a vanilla character. She was part of a single quest chain in technically the Western Plaguelands, but also the Eastern Plaguelands. But she's there.
Recover.
Counts. All right. No, I like that one. That's a good. You're so smart, as Mercer. This is why they pay you the big bucks. And my Jawstripe Haze just crushes me professionally. Okay, so BC.
Let me get rid of that. I'll take that.
The obvious pick is the leader of the Shatar and the leader of the I can't even think of their names. The two factions in Shareth. But I can't even think of their damn names, and that kind of feels like that disqualifies them, right?
Staunch the bleeding.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Have you heard the word? That's right, the word is a worm that's eating you alive. Don't worry, I hear you will discover new forms of anguish and horror as you slowly digest in his stomach over the next 1,000 years. The Aldor, that's it. The Aldor and the Scryers. I couldn't think of their damn names. The Shattered Sun people is really what I mean. And it's not like the Shattered Sun aren't currently relevant, so there's plenty you can do with that, too. Let me think if there's anyone else who I think jumps out at me there.
Now strike!
I was debating a comma. He is a BC character, technically. I don't think I'd pair up a comma with Velen. No. No.
Stay here and recover.
I mean, I admittedly also like the Scryer's Eldor idea, so I guess I could just stick with that. Well, hang on. I'm kind of going through an order, place. So let me get there. Let me get there, man. Patience, patience. Honestly, I kind of like the Scryer Eldor idea, too. Again, especially in the wake of everything that's happened with the Shattered Sun since then. We could even go to Keldanis as our quest area. So, okay, let's move on to Wrath. Wrath. Unfortunately, my literal first thought is dead.
Okay, my pleasure.
The Kuru, if you're wondering. I know I talk about him a lot, but he has always impressed me as a character, and I've still loved his character arc, his story arc. He is such a fascinating villain. But he did. I'll just go ahead and summon a worm here. Don't mind me. The worm. Insert Stellaris reference here.
I'll take that.
Caesarion and Kultira feel almost like a cheating choice. I'm with it. And they've been doing stuff for forever. They even had an actual cutscene in Shadowlands, if you believe it.
Your life is mine.
It can't be any of the Keepers. They wouldn't fit in the Cantina. Even Mimiron would squeeze to be in there.
Gather yourself.
Yeah, it has to be in the Argentina. It has to be part of the Argentina quests.
I'll staunch the bleeding.
That's kind of our limiter. Yeah, so animal torture here, so let's kill him. Her? They're dead anyways.
Here and recover. Your life is mine.
Boom.
Let's talk.
I need to remember not to blow a key here. I guess I could. It doesn't matter. Blowing a key. Barely an upgrade. Ah, well, whatever. So I've got one of my picks for Wrath, and I've been running through like dozens of characters trying to think of who would be a good counterpoint to that character. Oh, that's a choice, Uthor. Ah! My pick for my one was going to be Susei. The Oracle, if you don't remember the name. I do like Agmar and Wormbane. That's a good pick. I wouldn't pick any of the Wolvar characters. But that's the thing. I could feel like the tips of an idea there, but I just can't manage to solidify it. What is this?
Anguish still lingers on you.
So this is Astalor. He's evil. We've actually already talked about him. No, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He is evil. I know, try to be shocked. The guy who's constantly laughing and talking about horribly, brutally ripping the anguish out of living beings is in fact not a good person. I know, shocking.
Good fortune to our friends.
Kill for me. Now! Oh, whatever. This is Astalor.
Sinu Amanore. The Sunwell will soon be up.
So he sends you off on Prey. These are Preys, okay? Yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to default to Velithra and... Or not Velithra. Oh god, I can't think of his name all of a sudden. The High Elf and Thessarian. I'm just going to stick with that and move on. Yeah, so he sends you off on Prey missions. There's normal Preys, which are whatever. That's... Kultira, thank you. Those are baby Preys. Hard Preys, those are fine. Nightmare Preys is where it's at. And I don't want to sound elitist like that, because you know me, and you know I'm in favor of gradient difficulty and easy mode being a thing. But I'm sorry, the Prey system doesn't come into its own until it's at the hardest difficulty. Like, that's just how that is. So each season, at the moment, we're, of course, still in Season 1, you get a bunch of suffixes for picking a Nightmare Prey. In this case, we have Torment, increasing damage taken by 4%, stacking every 60 seconds, except in rested areas. While in combat, Gore occasionally appears below you, doing shadow damage after a short delay. Echo of Predation, a bloody spirit stalks you. Once it contacts you, it destroys the crap out of you. However, what this doesn't tell you is you can interrupt it, or you can stun it, or you can just avoid it in order to deal with that. And finally, bloody command. Every now and then he says, "Kill for me! Now!" And you have to kill something, otherwise you take a tremendous amount of damage. Now, that can be critters. It can be anything. You just have to kill something. That's all that's required. I'm going to do one of these.
This one is small in stature, yet great in power.
Mr. Ed, do me a favor. Come pick up this prey. Everyone else can pick it up, too. I want Mr. Ed to experience these in a group. I want Talia to experience these in a group. So come in here, pick up the Nightmare Prey. Oh, you can't! No, you can't. No, you should be able to. You should be able to. I think? Maybe? Maybe? No, wait. Can't you do it on an 80? Because you can do Prey on a leveling character. I know you can. I just don't know if you can do Nightmares. Yeah, let's find out. I'm quite curious. And yes, all of these mechanics are designed to kill you, unless you're a tank. Oh, Nightmare is rep locked. That's a good point. But I swear, it's the Nightmare in Eversong. LNOR, the Recycler. But hang on, let's see if Mr. Red can do this. Just gonna look around in a circle for a second. You don't have that one. What? Do you have any nightmares?
Shorel-Aran. The Sunwell will soon be.
When do we unlock, Oh, whoops. I haven't spent my talents. Let's do Void on this character, just for amusement factor. Now on crit for this. And that. Let's go with that. Okay. Prey. Nightmare is rank 4. That's what I was looking for. Damn. Now, we'll talk about the Omnium later. That's actually patch content. I think. Pretty sure. What is your prayer rank, Talia? You just got rank 1. Ooh,
Shorel-Aran.
What's Mr. Red have access to? Do you have nightmares? Yeah, I suppose we should move forward to Kata. Oh, there's so many characters in Kata. There's so Greymane and Crowley. For real though, Mr. Ed, do you have access to nightmares? Okay. Well, do me a favor, Mr. Ed. Pick the Nightmare in Eversong, which is LNOR, the Recycler. I apologize to tell you, I kind of want to show this off. Okay, cool. I think just check, yep. Sure. So, there's another bug I'm going to give another -4. The quest journal, right, the quest tracker over here, is really, really good about showing you what quest and progress and everyone's on. It's great, it's wonderful, it's amazing. It is bugged to hell and back in Midnight. For example, I'm looking at this right now, and it says Mr. Red is not on this quest. And yet I have full faith that Mr. Red is, in fact, on this quest. This is very frustrating. Let me tell you, it is really irritating, even just in voice chat, to be like, hey, do you have this quest? Yes. Are you done with this quest? Yes. Okay. Sure you're done with this quest? Yes. Okay. So the way Prey works is you go and you do stuff, and that advances your prey. Once you fill up your prey, then you lag out. Ugh, stop lagging out. Stop lagging out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Game? Game. 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 Am I still here for the internet? Can you guys still hear me? Okay, cool. I mean, I kind of am too, Mr. Red. Hey, there we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. Ugh, there we go. Nope, we're still lagging. Nope, we're still lagging. What the crap? This is new. I'm glad that they're hammering to get this stuff out, but it does kind of suck because there is definitely an increase in bugs in Midnight. Okay, so
Let your prey believe you're blind to their
go ahead and get the thing, Mr. Red. I can't even think what it's called.
misstep.
That thing. We're already ambushed. So we should stick together while we're doing these, by the way, because we share full credit as long as we're in range of each other. Like, you get ambushed, and we all get credit for you getting ambushed. Make sense? I do not have great deeps, so I'm doing what I can here, Mr. Red. Oh, I just got ambushed, and there's a third ambushed. Hell yeah! Bring on the ambushes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I should probably mention, and I sort of predicted this, Kira White Nose is going to be kind of carrying us through this a little bit. It's okay, we got this. Maybe. Come on, game. I might actually switch back to Havoc for this. Yep, I'm dead. So they got rid of the penalty for dying on this, which is good. It used to be dying would reset your progress. That sucked. They got rid of that. That was the correct call. I'm just gonna be blunt. I'm down with consequences, but that was just irritating. Time wasty. Of course I'm interested in Evergold. Who isn't interested in Evergold? I'm just gonna fly back. As a Shadow Priest? Shadow Crash, if you're talented for it, would be an interrupt, I think, because it's a stun. Oh, you're holy. Well, I have no idea then. Oh, God, so Cataclysm, huh? Greymane and there's so many. Oh, God, Cataclysm's tricky. There's so many good characters. And most of them are alive. So, the other thing I was trying to say there... Oh, my God, Mr. Red. Where are you, Mr. Red? Where's your corpse? Where's your corpse? Where is it? Where is it? It's like right here somewhere.
Kill for me.
Oh! Oh, shoot. I am not ready for that. You'll do. Yep. Where the hell... I can't res you now. We've got a lot of blood orbs, so if we can get Mr. Red back here, if we just chill here for a minute, these blood orbs are going to give us a lot of progress. Ah, they're despawning. Alright, let me switch to Havoc. Let me be a real spec here. Maverick's done. I have I think I actually do have progress, but there's a bug which doesn't show your progress. There it is. Now my prayer is revealed.
Giving up their pathetic holdout.
Alright, Mr. Red, where are you at? Where's the Mr. Red? No, it is fast, because we're in a group. Because we share credit. You're getting it. You're starting to get it. These go by fast when you're in a group. That's the point. All right, hop on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Is this the southeast one? Yep. Yeah, you can solo these. It's just slow. And so a lot of things in this game. Now we wait. Everyone wait. What's this? I want everyone here for this. I mean, good. That's where I start. Okay. Popping it. Oh, Jesus, that's terrible timing. Eh. Goop on the ground, Jesus. No! Mr. Red, no! Where? Don't release, don't release. Much better. Combat res, but whatever. We'll get you. Oh, it phased you. Sorry, everyone chill. Mr. Red, run back as quick as you can. I forgot it does this now. That's my bad. Run back, run back. We will wait for you. Or die trying. One of the two. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, yeah. I might be dead. I might be dead. Ah. Run back, Mr. Red. Please? Ah, okay. Well, whatever. I'll be back in a minute. Not that I matter. You can kill it without me if you want to. Whee. Oh, it reset? God damn it. Oh, whatever. We can do this again. Yeah, they even have a freaking red roll for these little things. Okay. Ah! Nope. Okay, take two. We got this. Bunch of low B90s. And, you know, Kira White Noise over there. And Maverick. Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen that happen before as Minister. I'm not even sure that's a bug. And dead. Booyaka. Now, I don't know if you guys see a portal there, but I do.
Metal is no match
So,
for magic.
boop. I'm actually curious if you see a portal there. Like if that shares. Anyways, I will admit Prey is fine. It's probably some of the easiest content of the endgame stuff. But it's a good way to entry into getting some gear early on, especially if you have a group. And yeah, Astalor has different lines for each boss. There's all little tiny story arcs. It's a cool little feature. Doing it on a priest, I probably would not do that. Now, if you want to get on your warrior. Oh no, it's definitely early build kind of a thing. Needs work. We'll see what they do with it in Season 2, because they have flat out stated they are doing stuff with it in Season 2. And I hope it's not just, you know, new targets and new affixes and whatnot. So I can't actually help you directly, but I can help you kill Talia. So point me in a direction. I'm ready. Oh yeah, I didn't even get to say this. So the specifics under the hood of how this works is kind of interesting. I think so, yeah. That's a good pick. Yeah. Every time you cast a spell, any spell, there's a prompt chance to get you to be ambushed. Being ambushed is actually a very good thing. Ambushes give you plenty of progress for your prey, and you can get credit by doing a riposte as well. So you can just roam around doing world quests, or fighting enemies, or doing quests, or whatever, and you will progress prey as you're doing so. There is a specific world quest that usually pops up, one world quest, specific to that exact... There you go. To that exact prey you're doing. That usually gives you a little bit of amount of progress. And most, if you really want to just beeline it, beelining the traps, which you can see on the minimap, is kind of the big way to do that. I thought you were getting a delivery, Rickman. Wait, are you done? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, they nerfed traps? Oh, that sucks. I didn't even see that. Oh, it's a pickup. Gotcha. No, but I think I see where it's taking you. Now, the funny thing is I'm almost positive I can't help you with this, Talia. Like, I'm like 90% certain I cannot help you with this, but I'm going to show up just in case I can. Yeah, looting treasures also gives you credit. Alright, dramatic pause. Oh, I can help you. Woo! Holy moly. And dead. Ta-da! Woo! So that's Prey. I enjoy Prey for what it is. I do. I have never done it solo. I will never do it solo. The thing I like about Prey, this is going to sound strange. Prey is kind of designed to not be the thing you focus on. And it works best when you do that. When you're not there to do the prey, you're there to do other stuff, and then prey happens to happen, right? Having said that, yeah, I've gotten all the prey stuff. Just to make the point, here's all the prey achievements, except for do 5 prey hunts in war mode, do a nightmare hunt in war mode, kill 50 players in war mode during a nightmare hunt. I will never do these 3, so I have, as far as I'm concerned, 100% of the prey for Season 1. This is the mount you get for doing that. It's alright, I'll never use it. Yes, follow him down into his basement, Talia. He has something enlightening to show you. Yes, yes.
There is much to be done.
I don't know that. Sure.
May you find what you seek. What do you seek? Stay vigilant.
How fare you? Until next time, the skies call to me.
Good health to you.
Sorry, just turning these in really
What
quick.
brings you here? We are united in purpose.
There we go.
Farewell.
Just getting all this crap out. This is all the item upgrade mechanics that exist. By the way, call me the weirdo. I am very happy
How fair.
that they got rid of the other I don't even remember what it was called, but the other resource you used for upgrading gear. Nowadays, it just calls. Costs. Crests. The other resource was terrible because you needed tons of it, but also you could only carry, like, I think it was 2,000 at a time. So you would get kind of naturally bottlenecked. It was frustrating as hell.
In unity, find strength.
So that sucks. I'm glad it's gone. Moving on. Yeah, unlike resonant shards, which you have hundreds of thousands of lying around. Oh. Oh, that's over there. And that's over there. And that's over there, and that's over there. Okay, whatever. Yeah, Valor Stones. That's what they were called. Valor Stones. Ugh, screw Valor Stones. Okay. So I've shown off Abundance. I've shown off Prey. Void Assaults, Rituals. We've actually already done a Void Assault. In fact, we've done like 3. Ritual Sites we haven't shown off, but I actually really like Ritual Sites. Oh, yeah, the Soiree. We gotta show off the Soiree really quick. It's a pretty quick and easy thing to showcase, and I like the story behind it, even though it's very basic. The idea is that Lorthamar is having trouble keeping the various factions of Silvermoon under heel. So there's this dude named Salthoril.
Our honored guest has returned. How delightful. Let us raise our glasses in good cheer. Anu Balor Deran.
Yep. And so he's politicking and fundraising by hosting this party. And there's tons of food and drink and lots of people sitting around. But the idea here, in gameplay, is you come here and you pick one of the 4 factions represented. We have the Farstriders over here in their badass armor. The traders from Murder Row, who have been invited. The obvious pick of the Magisters. And the Blood Knights, which I'm almost done with. In fact, I believe this week I'll be done with the Blood Knights. I just haven't done. This is kind of a count weekly. Yeah. Not since, like, the 90s, Triaxi, but yeah.
Are you planning a purchase?
Yeah, no, I'm
May
good.
my goods serve you well.
And you get all kinds of cosmetic-y stuff, and I mean tons of cosmetic-y stuff. Like statues, and mounts, outfits.
Treat my wares with care.
And each of them have their own individual vendors. It's, for those of you who did War Within, it's actually very similar to the Undermine situation, where you would push 1 rep a week. And as long as you just did this once a week, it was pretty smooth. This is another thing I like about Midnight, by the way. You can no-life some of these, but the game kind of encourages you not to. Because almost every one of these things, these progress lines or faction reps or whatever, you get a ton of rep or experience for doing it like once or 3 times. And then a massively reduced amount every time afterwards. So if you do the quest to do 3 Nightmares in the week, you'll get a ton of Prey progress, and then a much, much more dwindled amount afterwards. Same thing with Delves, same thing with the Soiree. You get it, right? And there's several of these. For example, Abundance actually gives a ton of rep with Zul'Aman. That's kind of the Zul'Aman weekly, weirdly enough. Over in Harandar, I don't remember what the Harandar thing is. There's a Harandar weekly. There's also these guys, the Wanted quest. And up in Voidstorm, I want to say it's this thing, Stormarian Assault. Well, there's also the Ancient Relics, but aren't those finite? Or am I misremembering? Like, obviously, I've done all of them. Oh, they're repeatable. Okay, well, ignore me then. I was capped with Harandar long before I ever finished those, so I wasn't sure. The Parhelion entrance. That's actually one of the hardest entrances to find. I know exactly what you mean. It's actually kind of exactly what it looks like. If you land on this, you can't see my cursor. If you land on that western staircase and then kind of walk up here, the red circle that it's on has a door in the southeast portion of it, which you can enter and then go down. And that's where the delve entrance is. Yeah, I've gotten lost there too. I think everybody has. That's actually one of the reasons you didn't even notice this, I'm sure, but when we did Parhelion earlier, I stopped at the door. Anyways, I like this. This enables you to go do the runestone thing, which is a fairly basic called the line world questy kind of a thing. And he also gives you, well, he gives you the coins, you give the favorite to the people, and they each give little side quests, basically weeklies, which you then go do in order to gain rep with that particular faction. I know, Esmirister, stop placing the barriers, God! Sorry. Am I missing anything? I don't think I mean, there's technically the Abyss Anglers, but that's actually trash content, so we're not going to talk about that yet. There's the rotating pseudo-weeklies. I don't know what else to call these. Right now there's one in Zulamon. It's not visible? Maybe it's not in Zulamon. Maybe it's in Eversong, my bad. Right there, Shade and Claw. You see that? Do 3 world quests in the zone to unlock the pseudo-weekly. The reason I call them pseudo-weeklies is their resets are weird, and they layer a little bit. It's not uncommon to see 2 of these pseudo-weeklies live at a time, and they don't rotate every week. They rotate like every 11 days. It's very strange. Now, most of these are quite worthwhile to do. Yeah, there should be 2 up right now. Oh, there is. I'm an idiot. It's up in Voidstrom. I see it right there. Right there. Yep, there it is. Agents of the Shield. But the pseudo-weeklies are usually worthwhile to do, and it's just a way to encourage you to world quests. The big one I'm interested in is the Golden Mist Village one, which is the vintage one, because there's an achievement attached to that. Now, I finished that achievement, and my wonderful, amazing co-op compatriots were like, we're going to do our own random thing, because screw you. I know you're all being organized and, like, have a freaking spreadsheet lore, and you know exactly which wines to get every week. We're going to go do whatever. What? You're done? Well, we still have, like, 9 things to do. What do you mean it's going to take 3 more weeks to finish? And so they're still not done with theirs because they decided to not pay attention to me. Try to be shocked. Anyways. Yeah, I'll probably show off a little bit of Nightall and the other one on camera. I don't know if I agree that there's meat to that story, but we'll definitely show them off, because there's like that initial quest chain. I don't know how the side quests unlock. I'm saying side quests wrong. You know how there's like unlocked quests every week? I'm pretty sure I actually haven't even done all of them yet at this point. They're not here. Of course they're not here. Why would they be here? Gotta be under exploration then. Which I'm staring right at. There it is. Ignore the massive array of finished achievements here. Where the hell is it? It's under Void Assault, apparently. Oh, I couldn't find it. So I still haven't finished 5 store. Oh, I haven't done any of the heroic stuff. That's right. I haven't even walked into heroic stuff yet. I'll do that at some point. I still need to kill some rares. Is that it? I guess that is actually it. Yeah, I need to kill rares and I need to do the storms. That's actually it. Well, never mind. I guess I am done with the stories. Nope. I'm wrong. I haven't finished the Frost area Val yet. I'm dumb. Blurg. Okay. Thinking all the content I want to show off. Ironically, we're through a huge chunk of it. Like, we've got side quest in Eversong, side quest, side quest, side quest. That's not a small chunk. But 4 zones is side quests, and then that will lead us naturally to the dungeon and delves that we haven't done yet. And that'll be part of the last bit of the MSQ as well. And I think that's it. No, I figured it's Miristar. I was keeping up with it for a while there. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off for the day. I know that's weird, but I'm really tired. And I'm in a lot of pain. And I don't want to start a series of side quests because I like to do side quests in a bundle, in one stream, right? So I don't want to do, like, 3 side quests in Eversong and then pass out, right? I want to do Eversong in one bundle. So I'm going to go collapse. Tomorrow, Eversong.